Hey yo, it's Lano and welcome back to another episode here on the CraftWorks SMP. In last episode, we made a retaining wall and put in towers going all the way around the mountain. And while that does not sound like a very eventful episode, that took up so much of my time, it was unreal. But it was absolutely necessary. Look at how insane all of this looks now that we've got everything. I keep showing this off because I'm blown away. But that's not it, right? I want to do more expanding. No, I get it. I've got a full inside of this castle that needs to be done. I've got absolutely nothing going on in there right now other than the foyer, and I really need to figure that out. I don't know what I'm doing just yet. I want to continue expanding outside. I don't know why I decided to keep expanding outside knowing I need an interior done, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Maybe. One of these days. Anyway, out here, I think I want to add in another tower right here, coming off of this castle, and there's going to be a little bridge that links up. And the reason behind that is if I fly around over here, you can see just how square all of this is. There's nothing breaking it up, and it's just bland. I mean, it's got a nice gradient, but that's all it's got going for it, right? So I want to break that up just a little bit, and I've been doing some designing, and I finally got something together that I like, and I've got most of the resources together down here already as well, which is nice. I want to go ahead and get that going, and I also want to do more decorating out here, just because I feel like out here needs a little bit more life as well, and I don't mean that kind of life. I mean like maybe custom trees, maybe pathways, maybe you know, little custom vehicles or something. I don't know. I just know that it needs something out here to go with all of this. There needs to be a reason for this to be in place, right? We'll figure that out. That's going to be later in today's episode. I want to start by getting the bulk of this done, which is this giant tower that's going to go right here and then get the bridge and everything linked up, and it's going to be nice. Now, I will admit, the design that I've got in place, it's going to be a little close to this tower. And we're just going to go with it because I'm not moving it. I'm not moving it now. I cannot, I will not, and it just is what it is. I've got something designed, I've got something planned, and I want to go ahead and get started on it. I know it's within like the first couple of minutes of this episode, but I'm ready to build. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to start building. So let's get started. This thing is built, and oh my gosh, would you get a look at this? This is insane. This added so much to the castle, and it really broke up the wall in just the way I wanted it to, really. I love, love, love what we've got here. Now, ignore the glass looking a little wonky right now. I think I need to update sodium and probably a couple of my resource packs and stuff like that, but for now, that'll do. This whole thing looks incredible. So I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to my friend Winter Wendigo, who helped me design a large portion of this. Without him, this would not be the way it is now. This looks incredible, and I just love it. To just give you the details real quick, basically this tower, I pretty much just copied what we did over here. Now right there is a little bland. I might put like a little balcony or something there, but for now, that's just fine. But really, this whole thing is pretty well done. I mean, the tower is detailed the way I want it to be, and this whole thing just looks incredible. This, we really couldn't agree on what it looks like. It kind of looks like a set of wings right here. Wendigo kept saying it looked like a dragon in a way, and to me, it looks just a little bit like a like an angel silhouette or something. I don't know. But we've also got this big eye down here, and I'm going to give Wendigo the credit for this because he did majority of the work. I just helped pick out some blocks, but he did most of this, and this looks insane. I absolutely love what we've got here. And then we've got these little spikes coming up and then coming down like this. So what that is there for is to kind of power the whole thing, I guess, lore-wise. You guys know me, I don't really do lore, but I wanted to add in a little bit of life to this build, right? So that there is meant to look like it's giving energy off to the rest of the castle. I mean, that was really shown off well here, I think. The glass panes in here makes it look like, well, all of this is, well, surrounded by energy. We've got floating glass panes and stuff going all the way around to make it look like little electric particles and stuff. Now I know what you're thinking, electricity is yellow. Just bear with me, okay? This isn't electricity, this is like energy particles, okay? That's what we're calling it. And this is just absolutely mad. I have actually yet to see it at nighttime, so I kind of want to fly out here and see it. Okay, that looks sick. The glow that's right there, and everything else, just the shading and everything. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm actually curious to see how it looks with shaders, so let me turn that on real quick. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. This is incredible. I love this so much. So one other thing that I need to be doing is I need to be fixing up the path down here and, well, start adding in a bunch of life and other things going on out here because, well, it's a little dead other than this. So I want to add in some pathways and some other things like that. I don't really know what I want to do, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I'm going to take some time and I'm going to think on that. And while I'm thinking on that, I want to show you guys a little clip of something that I just happened to find as I was running through the castle. Honestly, I legitimately did not know this was here. I am so confused as, well, you know what? I'm not even going to speak on it anymore. Just watch this. The heck is that? What? I did not put a floor in up there. Excuse me? Hello? There's got to be a way in somewhere. There's a door right there. I did not put that there. Excuse me? Grand ballroom. I did not put this here. What the heck is going?
Oh. Oh.
Millie, what are you doing in my castle?
Hey, I'm just you know, hanging out watching some TV, you know, like big screen TV, lots of snacks. You want a cookie?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say no to a cookie, but okay, first things first, how long have you been up here?
Probably a couple weeks now.
Excuse me? You mean to tell me I've been down here building an entire extension to the castle, and you've been up here?
Yeah, surprised you didn't notice, like, you know, this castle's too huge.
And you haven't said anything,
yeah.
You haven't, like, this is just popped up, no heads up that you're just moving in?
Well, it's so big, and I figured, you know, you said you were gonna get it all finished. I'm like, well, I'll just move
Fair
in,
enough.
make myself comfortable, and yeah.
Fair
You have
enough.
grand ballroom now, and a big screen TV.
Look, as much as I like the big screen TV, I am really actually liking this room up here. This is pretty cool.
And I mean, you can move the sofa if you wanted to have some big event or something. I got a snack table over there, got the TV, got some seating up above. Yeah.
I like this. Now, it's unexpected that you just moved in on me, but I really like this. Ooh, the skulk on the ceiling. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, you know the other day where I just kind of had you rescue my stuff?
Yeah.
For that, because I was headed down to the ancient city. Yeah, I didn't tell you what the skulk was for, but yeah, I've been working on up here and
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So we've chatted since then. We've chatted since then.
Yeah,
you died.
Why did you not think I was over here? Like, why?
Because you just said you needed skulk. You didn't say what for.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, I thought you would have noticed my name tag. It's not like I was sneaking around or anything. I was
Billy,
building
you know how
this
big
giant
this
ballroom.
You know how big this base is. From down there, I probably can't see your name tag.
That was the point. That was the point. I wanted to see if I could manage to do it without you noticing, and it worked.
Well, you did. You did. Now let's talk about rent.
Rent? Oh, no. I did this work for the rent, so yeah, I think I have more than sufficiently given you the money for the 2-week stay at your castle.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I love it. I love it. Very, very unexpected. What? Oh, is this like a little candy jar or something? Nice.
Yeah, candy jar, some cookies, some healthy snacks. I have gotten some crumbs on the floor, but you know,
that'll be okay.
I'll clean that up later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I heard there's a new tower going up.
There is. Yeah, I'm in the middle of recording that time lapse right now. As a matter of fact, I didn't even turn off my flashback recording. It's still going right now.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm down there building at the moment. It's just a giant cylinder. There's nothing really happening at the moment. I haven't got to the real meat and potatoes of it yet.
Well, then it's perfect timing. You can help me with my outro then.
Sweet, I will do that. But not my outro, I've still got things to do. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since the last clip, and I did finally go ahead and put in a path, and you can see the red wool kind of outlining the rest of where I want it to go. Now this is just a rough estimate of where the path is going to go. It's not an exact placement, just because I know there's going to be things added all the way around here, and I can change the path to kind of fit what goes out there, but I figure it might be a little easier to get certain things in certain areas and then make the path around it. And I don't know why I went ahead and put in this when that's my frame of mind, but we're going to roll with it anyway. But I did do the path, and I've got the mud, I've got the mushroom stems, the mud bricks, and I'm using these jungle slabs going up these hills and stuff like that just for little steps. I actually really like how the jungle looks with all of this, and I'm probably going to come back in here and add in a little bit of coarse dirt and stuff just kind of mixed in with it. But really, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And I even put the paths going up to the doorways because I feel like it was needed. I'm probably going to change this out for the mud as well, just to make it look not so harsh a transition there. But I do have these little paths going up to the doorways, and I think that adds quite a bit to the area. And it also means the doorway is not now one block above the ground, which was just a little weird, but we're going to roll with it. I think this is cool. I can work with this. So now what I want to do is I just want to start adding in stuff around here. Like just random terraforming and custom greenery, maybe some custom trees, maybe some fountains, maybe some little fields and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of in awe with how all of this has come together, especially this. This is just crazy. But adding in the path is going to add in a lot of life, and then adding in just little things going around here, that's also going to create a lot of life, which this build is missing. So I think this is going to be a positive step forward for what we've got going out here. I'm ready to go on ahead and get started with this. I'm probably going to do some of this on a live stream and maybe with some of the other crafters, we'll see. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh my gosh, just look at this view. This is incredible. I love this base so much. Now let's get up here and let me show you what I have done. So I added in a little flower field right here, which is a signature thing that I do in a lot of my bases. You've probably seen this in season 1 and 2 of Solely Survival, where I did that, and then I added in little bits of color around the castle and stuff. Here, you know what? Let me get in one spot so I can just kind of free cam up and show you everything all at once. So right here, I've got this little pond, and this isn't like the best pond I've ever seen, but this is the best pond that I've ever made, so I'm really happy with it. I think overall it looks pretty amazing. I love this little trick here with these warped trap doors and the coral on top. It makes it just look like it have these floating colorful lily pads or whatever they're called, I guess. I don't know. And then I've got little bits of greenery spread around as well. I meant to come in here and add in some benches and then never did, but we've got these little bits of bamboo and sugar cane and stuff like that. And then I've got these little flowers going around as well, just to add a little bit more color, and these little rocks and stuff. And then I think my favorite feature is this back here, where we've got the water coming out of. Now, where the water is coming from in there, I have no idea. I don't know science. I don't know how that works, but there's a little bit of a water feature here, and I really like this. Now, this was inspired by an image I found on Google. If I can find that image, I'll throw it up on screen now. But yeah, this looks incredible. And I also really love the extra little bit of detail with the coarse dirt, the podzol, and the gravel and stuff going around. It just kind of breaks up the monotony of all of the green and the grays and everything that's going on out here, 'cause we've already got plenty of that going on there. So this is pretty nice. I'm really happy with this. And then if I free cam up and around, you can see the flower fields and stuff and just how much color it adds to the environment. I really feel like it just really makes the area pop there against the castle with the reds and the pinks there. I think that was a really nice touch. And what I've learned in doing these over the last couple of years The key to making them look even more interesting, in my opinion anyway, is to make them diagonal when it comes down to like the rows and stuff. Don't make them vertical or horizontal, make them diagonal, just because it adds a little bit more shape and depth and everything from a distance like this. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm not explaining it properly, but I'm hoping that you're getting the gist anyway. And you can see the path here. I added in all of the mud bricks, and the brown mushroom blocks as well, which is a really nice touch. I wanted to do more with the coarse dirt and stuff going on throughout the path as well, but I feel like that would have been just a little bit too much. Oh, and the jungle planks here for the steps. These jungle planks look amazing with these. I've never thought to do this before, and I really like this. This is also the first time that I've done a path of this color as well, so it's kind of neat. And then if I fly all the way on over here, you can see I did a custom tree. Now, again, this is not my best work when it comes to custom trees, but this is a pretty good tree if I do say so myself. And what I did was I took a page out of Cube's book, and I made like a weeping willow tree. I think this is what it is. I don't know. I don't know my tree types. Forgive me, okay? But I did that sort of thing, and I kind of changed up the leaves a little bit so they're not all oak. We've got some of the azalea up there as well. And you can even see the particles that are floating around here as well with these spore blossoms up here. I think that adds so much character to the area, and I absolutely love it. I need to come in and add some light posts around here because, well, you know how I feel about torch spam, but I feel like it needs a little bit more lighting here just to keep from spawnage. Let me sleep real quick. All right, there we go. And yeah, as I was saying, this isn't like the best tree I've ever done, but this is a pretty good one nonetheless. I think at least it's not perfect. It does need some more tweaking and stuff, and I might get Cube over here just to kind of help me, I guess, fluff it up a little bit better, because I feel like the leafage is just a little bit weird, like especially right in here. But for now, it's doing its job. And if I'm like back over here and I look over, it breaks up that little line of sight right there. It kind of adds a little bit to the area and stuff, so it serves its purpose. It just needs a little bit of tweakage. But for now, I'm okay with it. I pretty much got this path going all the way around, all the way over to the little pond, and got the flower field right here. And I love this. I love this flower field so much. One thing that I really like is if I, for whatever reason, am flying around outside the walls, I turn around and I look in, that little bit of color right there, it adds so much. And I think this base just really needed it. This base really needed the extra pop of color and detail and everything. And it's starting to feel a little bit more, I originally called it the Enchanted Oasis. I don't know if it's really fitting the Oasis vibe, but it's starting to kind of fit what I'm looking for a little bit better, if that makes sense. Oh, what was that? Anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with what we've got here. With the new structure added on to the side of the build itself and all the new exterior stuff, this has just been absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think I've done enough work here, and this episode is already really late getting out as it is, so I think this is going to be where we call the episode. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to show your support by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. The link to the CraftWorks fan Discord is down in the description below, and be sure to go and check out all of the other crafters as well as the CraftWorks SMP YouTube channel, because that's where we post the CastWorks podcast, and you know, your boy is a co-host on there, so you have to go check it out, right? You're legally obligated to do that now. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Love you all dearly. I will see you guys in the next one.